Kirby's Return to Dreamland released at a pinnacle point when Kirby as a franchise was struggling immensely. Sure, the Wii had Kirby's Epic Yarn just a year before, however that wasn't developed by HAL Laboratory. While the game was praised by many, it wasn't what fans were exactly looking for. So Kirby returned to its purest form, bringing back classic and familiar mechanics while adding the 3 previous game styles of the series, expanding on elements of each and greatly opening up the world and storytelling of the series. It brought the franchise back into the mainstream and since then has used Return to Dreamland as a reminder for what fans want to see from a game. Kirby is at its best right now. Forgotten Land was a very well made game and Kirby's Dream Buffet was a good time killer. With 2 new and innovative Kirby games as of last year, it would only make sense to keep the passion going and bring back the game that truly reinvented classic form Kirby. The Deluxe title has been often used throughout the Switch's life cycle as a way to point out lazy ports. However, it seems like Nintendo is determined to really change the definition of Deluxe, especially for a franchise that is probably at its most successful point. Return to Dreamland Deluxe features quite a few new things that deviate itself from the original. HAL Laboratories has added a few new enemies and their corresponding morph suits to really spruce up the action in each level. Mecha Kirby can be best described as a cross between a Gundam robot and a pink puffball. It features new weapons such as machine guns, shock knuckles, and a massive overpowered laser. Sand Kirby can conjure sand projectiles and mini tornadoes. It also gives you the ability to hide in sand. This helps you avoid enemies running over you or incoming attacks. These new additions help keep things busy, especially if you're playing alongside friends and family. Speaking of friends and family, multiplayer co-op can be done with up to 4 players using one Switch system. You can actually control one character with just one Joy-Con, which means you can split the included left and right Joy-Con that comes with every Switch among 2 different people. However, I take pride in my Switch Pro controller and I must say the experience is a lot more comfortable with an actual controller. Unlike 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, there is unfortunately no online co-op available, so no online gaming for you. Socializing is back. Oh man. If you and your friends do need a break from story mode, there is also some sub-games worth trying in Merry Megaland. I was actually insanely impressed by how well made these were. If you were ever curious of a Mario Party spin-off featuring the Kirby franchise characters, this is the closest you may ever get to it. I won't go into details about each individual minigame, but I will leave a link below to the official overview video where you can get a better description of each minigame available. If you're looking for any online features, there are some. However, they are rather minimalistic, if you ask me. You can hop online in Merry Megaland to see global fun facts or compete against the records of other players from all over the world in the Samurai Kirby 100 subgame. However, that is all. The game also features enhanced visuals. Calling it a remaster or a remake would be difficult as it's something more in between. The look of the characters has been enhanced, however they seem to be completely redesigned to look more fruitful and artistic instead of staying basic and upscaled. The stage itself mostly consists of a remaster. Textures which originally looked quite dark and visually underwhelming are now brighter and more appealing. This combination of enhancements works very well. Having characters really stick out makes it easier to stay focused on the dynamics, rather than getting distracted on what's behind you. Say hello to Helper Megalore. Helper Megalore is essentially an assist function to help players in Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Boy, what another handful, eh? This feature has been used in quite a few Deluxe games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe having Smart Steering, and New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe having Peachette and Nabbit if I remember correctly. These features are mostly directed towards completely new players or for younger children struggling to complete challenges. Helper Megalore can double your health, save you from bottomless pits, and help fight off enemies in boss battles. Now, like Pikmin 3 Deluxe and Bowser's Fury, Return to Dreamland does feature some brand new content. In this case, we get a playable epilogue. Instead of using Kirby and friends, you actually play as the mysterious Megalore in this mode, as he tries to reclaim his lost magical powers. Those magical powers are a big part of the game mode, as they end up giving Megalore more abilities the more you unlock. The controls from Megalore are more akin to a classic Mario game with fireballs. You can also recruit 3 allies to play with you, but all of them will be Megalores too. Multiplayer is especially fun since you can all build up combos together and also share the Megalore powers that you unlock. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe is a fantastic game to pick up for people who have never had the opportunity to play it. The Deluxe title finally proves itself as a worthy full-price competitor to pre-existing standalone Switch games. Like any Deluxe game, however, some people who have played this before may want to steer clear until you can grab it on sale, as I don't think replaying the game with some visual enhancements and a couple of new features is worth the full price tag, though that may vary depending on how long ago you played it. All I can say is that Return to Dreamland was already a great game when it released, and now it has just gotten better. I really hope that if we see more Deluxe games in the future, whether it's from any pre-existing console, that it will get the same care and treatment that this port got. Props to everyone involved. For more reviews and discussion videos on video games and films, stick with Marcus Network.